Clank. Turn that off. I'm here. Where y'all? Anybody out there? Hello. I see a couple of newbies. Hey, are you cleaning up? No. You want to be moderator again? Scotty? I was looking for my tools. Hey, Melody. I forgot how to make you moderator. Oh, you already are. Okay, good. Good thing, because I forgot. Well, I was driving home today from an appointment, and I thought I would play with some carving today. And I've got this set of tools that I got when I ordered something. Ordered something online, and I mean on a Etsy or something, and they were late sending it out. Excuse me. So they sent these with it as a sus, which I thought was perfect. These are bigger, so they must be more wood carving. But I think that's pretty cool. These are Ramelson, NWK, New Jersey. And we probably won't use those. See, it's right at 4. Let's wait a few more minutes. Well, I was right the other day about the gouache. There was somebody today I was watching who was having untold problems because the Turner aqua gouache that she was trying to use wouldn't move for her. Wouldn't lift. So she didn't know that there was a hello. She didn't know that there was an acrylic gouache. And I think it's unfair for them to call it gouache because it bears no resemblance to the real gouache. But people are going to buy it and think they're working with gouache, and they'll hate it. I made some little Warsaw cheese the other day. My lamp up there must be unplugged. Can't wait to get this place fixed. Can't get my light plug to work. There we go. A little better light. Anyway, this is on that antique paper that I ordered from AliExpress. It's vintage, and the package came from France, but I ordered it from China. This is the kind of vintage paper that I really want. So I may have to spend some time going back on there. So anyway, I got some little black ones and a This one was done with Liquitex ink. No, it's not Liquitex. It's P.H. Martin's Rust Red, but it is acrylic. These black ones are Sumi. So Sumi. I got some cute little flutterbys. That's what I see all the time. And this is on a scrap of the, what do I call it? Joss paper. All right, we're getting a little bit too much glare. That's better. Better. And this is done with a vermilion Sumi ink. And this is from Yasutomo. So that's this orangey color is vermilion. Now, I did another one of those. I know I did more than one. It's probably laying here somewhere. So I'm just going to sit those right up there, and they'll be there when I need them. Okay, folks, we're going to wait just a few more minutes, and then we're going. This is a set that I got. Clean Craft. Now, these are rustable, so they are kind of rusting. These were made in Japan, occupied Japan, no less. So all of these can be sharpened. This one's been used quite a bit. They are sharp too. That one needs to. That one's been sharpened so much it's kind of thin on the edge, but Wendy will fix it. We may not have anybody today. These are big ones too, so I suspect they're for wood more than for what we're doing with them. Now, look at all this room I have. And my new bottle of golden iridescent bronze. It's a beautiful, rich gold color that's not too brassy. Hey, yes, you are somebody. All right. What I want to do is make a few of the symbols that I see. Look at that Warsaw, isn't that pretty? I'm not saying that right, but you know what I mean. Some of these little circles I want to do and have a stamp for, or in snotty terms, a lino cut. That's snotty. Anyway, I've used them all the way through here. Here's one done with watercolor on a jelly plate. That's why it's beaded up. So it's just kind of a neat symbol. And those are not going to sit there. And sorry about the TV being on. There, that'll work. Alrighty. And I've got a new set. I got these on Amazon. And they're much like the set from Japan. And there's the speedball set. I don't know where those are from. I'm going to get it all set up and ready here in a minute. These are similar in size. Those little wooden ones are speedball too. And this is cool because it holds the extra tools in the butt. But it's fairly difficult to get it out. Here we go. That's a similar tool. The wooden ones here are really a little bit smaller. You see that? Yeah, well, you know, when you see something on sale or somebody's got a super good buy on something, you can't just walk away from it. There's a bigger oval. It's a straight oval. And if I knew what I was doing here, I'd be dangerous. And there's a bigger one. So we got plenty of tools to play with. And they're not expensive. I'm going to put, just because we have them. And you put that, this works kind of like a dip pen, where there's a core down in there, and there's enough room around it to fit. That always helps if you use the correct end to put in. It fits around the edge of it. Thank God that didn't fall on the floor. Just like that. Well, you're going to learn how to use them today. I'm going to put these right here so I don't lose them. I'm going to try to use this Sumi ink, and I want it real scratchy. And I'm going to pretend I'm going to cut this in 4s. And if I don't like it, so it's going to beat up. All right, let's try the marker. Let's try this little pen. Better. Did y'all see the show where I did the marker? The Crayola marker maker? And somebody online said, oh, we did it and filled it with Sumi ink. That's working better than the others. What is that, Melody? This? It's a refillable cartridge. It uses a screw pump to fill it. And I've got this one filled with Sumi ink. And they're real inexpensive. I mean, like $5, $6. I think I've got them on my Amazon store. The Amazon store address, these 3 I got in a set. The Amazon store address is bit.ly / capital Vicki with an I, capital Ross. And anything that you buy there helps tremendously, and I'd appreciate it. If you buy anything, buy it from me. Prices are the same as they are all over. This is plumber's gasket. And you can buy, I think it's 6-inch square pieces at Lowe's or Home Depot for $1 or $2. And it's a little bit, what I found was a little bit thinner than this. I bought this by the yard on Amazon. Of course, you know, I had to have enough to last 2 lifetimes. This is a little thicker, and it was really inexpensive. You know, while I got that on drying, I need to go ahead and do another one. And I've got this on a cheap turntable that's used for sculpture. Any kind of a turntable will work. I found it's easier to turn it, and it saves me risking cutting my hand. Might need to let it dry. Now, when these dry, we're going to carve everything that's not black. In other words, the black will be the part that sticks up. All right. It may just be us chickens today. How about that? And I got to make sure I can do this without getting my head in the screen. Now I'm going to come in with this smallest tool that I have, and it is a V. You can barely see it, but it'll cut real tiny, and it'll cut real close to this black line. And what you do is dig down and just slowly follow along that black edge. Like so. I'm going to go over that one again. Any questions? Now, when I get done with these, if you want them on a block or something, you can do that. Or what I'm going to do is just put a sheet of the cling foam. I want to make sure that's down in there. It seems to be wiggling a little bit. A sheet of the cling foam on the back of it, and then when I get ready to use it, I can just put it on a stamp block. You know, one of the plastic Lucite blocks. Now, you never cut toward you. You always cut away from yourself because these little suckers are sharp. And that's why I use the turntable, because it just makes it easier for me to turn the work instead of the tool. You always want to keep your hand back. And as I just did, you don't have to do it all first stroke. You can, I need my end thing on there. And all those other folks aren't going to know what they're missing, are they? This is a different kind of work, if you will. Pardon the word work. To me, it uses a different little bit of my brain, and sometimes that's what I want. Instead of playing with color, this is just a sit down and do it, busy work kind of thing. Hardest part for me is coming up with what I want to do. The stuff dried okay. See, turn the work and not the tool. Now, this is how you make your own stamps. It's a very inexpensive thing to do. I haven't done this in a long time. Real linocut printing uses a linoleum block, which is the old days. Real linocut blocks had kind of a burlap on the back of them, and it was kind of like the linoleum I think they used on floors, kind of before vinyl came out. But it's expensive, and you've got to order it, and this does the job. Now I'm going to come on the other side of that line. The other thing I like about a design like this, it's not perfection, you know, not straight lines and plumber's. Hey, Barbara, plumber's gasket, and I've got it in my Amazon store, or you can get it at Lowe's, and Lowe's is where I got it. Home Depot should have it. It's in the plumber's department. It's what they use to cushion faucets and faucets, I guess. Toilets, maybe. It allows them to tighten stuff down without breaking the nut or the bolt or whatever it is they're screwing down. That first cut is the hardest. Now you can use these big erasers from the dollar store. You can buy carving material at Hobby Lobby. It's pink. There's a white one that's an easy carve, but it's not as good. It crumbles. But I kind of like this. I don't remember where I saw it. You know me. I may have dreamed it. Now, everything that's raised will be the print. If you're doing words and stuff, you have to do them backwards. I just think it's fun to make your own mark making tools. Okay, now I'm going to come on, where am I going to do it? I'm going to come on the outside of this line. Classes are hard to see some of this stuff with. It took me forever to get used to my bifocals, trifocals, whatever they are. Anyway, the first layer of this seems to be a little harder than what's down inside. Yes, Barbara, it is easy. And it's cheap. One of those speedy carve things crumbles. Now I'm going to take a little bit out of the middle here. The Lino Cut, Jack Richardson has an imitation one that works really well, but it's a little harder. I'm just going to show you one. Here's one I cut from a Seth Apter stencil. This is on the thinner stuff. I have to really get down on it to see it good. Yeah, the white stuff crumbles. This stuff, if you buy it at Lowe's or Home Depot, is $1 or so for a 6-inch square. I haven't used an eraser before, so. Melody, we talked about doing this one day at Rosemary's. The hardest part is just getting started, thinking that it's harder than it really is. And I've seen Julie Fay-Fan Balzer do some awesome repeating patterns. Now that you've got that down by the edges good, you can switch to one that's a little bit bigger. I don't know if I want to use a flat one or not, but we're going to try it. And you can get bigger pieces cut up. I'm not sure I like that one. Here's a bigger V-shaped tool. I wish I had the opportunity to do printmaking in school. It's a really good field of art study, and there are people who do that and nothing else. Yeah, I like this one better in the middle than the flat one. Got to make sure I don't cut my line because it's real thin. That's another reason you want that line right up next to the outline, because that will stop it if you get a runaway. Now sometimes those vertical lines in here, people let those show. So that's just a matter of personal preference. Hope my head's not in the way. It was. Sorry about that. I'll try to stay back. Every art form that we do today pretty much was developed in Asia. India, Asia, Japan, China in the 4th or 5th century. So it's just easier now with more accessible tools. The famous Japanese wood blocks that Claude Monet and some of the Impressionists fell in love with were these carved in wood. And there's a special kind of wood. I tried it on a stamp block, a wooden stamp block. Good Lord, I got my Dremel out and couldn't cut it. These are nice because there's a little bit of a plastic grip. And like I said, I've got these on my Amazon store, I think. I've got them on there. Sounds like Randy's watching a Western. there's my black line. I'm going to remark it. Because just as sure as I don't, I'll cut it. Hey, Kimberly. Maybe if I take my glasses off. Nope. My eyes want to be right down on it. I'm getting close to cutting through right there. Wouldn't make a whole lot of difference. It just wouldn't look neat. Because what's raised, it's what will print. Seeing if my head's in there. If I can look sideways, I can pretty well do it. Now these things, I did those and glued them down on a piece of sticky foam. Made a real cool texture. So anyway, that's what that is. Thanks, Barbara. Glad you stopped by. I'm so enamored with my minimalist journal over here. That's all I want to do. Here's my. Now, you stamp it. Oh, crap. I just messed up my pattern. Oh, well. Don't do that. Okay. Just do it over. So much for wanting to try it. Yeah, see how hard that was? Fix a goof. Now wait for that to dry. Cameos are cool. I love carving. I did a, well, that's dry and I'll show you. I can look at it so I know where it is. When you do encaustic, you put wax on and you take wax off and you end up with these little pieces like that. And this is medium, so I save it. And what I did, this is one of those cradle boards that you normally do stuff on the back of. Well, I took the back side of it and melted. That's how my floor gets so messed up. Melted all my leftovers. And each batch of leftover had a little different color, which was cool. So I filled this all the way up past the top and then just started cutting away what I didn't want. And it kind of looks like a cameo. Isn't that cool? Oops, missed the pan. And it's heavy. It's weighty. Now what are you going to do with it? All right. Let me get up and put it up, because if I leave this laying around, I'll ding it. It's hard as a brick bat, so you'd really have to hit it hard to chunk it. And the only other thing that hurts encaustic is heat. 200 degrees and up. Hey, Beck. I'm glad you popped in. Keep your fingers out of it, Vicki. Okay, I'm going to go back to my little bitty one. I thought this might be fun for a rainy day. Sky is the limit on these things. They even will, in real art, they'll take and do multicolored ones. So you'll have 3 designs that match each other, you know, like same size, and they're perfectly aligned. And so like you might have one that was blue, and then you might have one that was a little different. It would be green. And that's how the Japanese made those wood blocks that were so popular. They'd cut a different wood block for each color. Can't believe I did that with that stamp pad. Gosh. Pay attention. There just isn't enough time in the world for me to do all the stuff I want to do. Scotty, did you ever do any of this with your kiddos, or were yours too young? Albrecht Dürer, Duher. I know that because I watched Pawn Stars. They probably didn't have a plumber's gasket then, you think? Shit. So, sorry. Now, really, this is kind of a pointless exercise, except that I can use these whenever I want to, and they're still mine. Even though you could draw one just as fast, I thought it'd be kind of fun to do this today. And if you feel like you're pushing too hard, means you're digging your tool down too hard. So you want to make it a little bit more shallow. I have to get up and turn on my little fan. I've got the door open, but all these lights make it a little warm. Scotty, have you had any more thoughts on moving down there where Melody is? Down there where there's a Michael's? I'm making a white line where there isn't one. There's 15 people. Somebody's just being quiet out there. We need to know what you're thinking, because we're nosy that way. Consider this an afternoon quilting bee. Oh, his wife wants to move to Fayetteville now. Hey, Linda. Hey, lurking is the best thing to do. I do that sometimes because there's so many lives I want to watch. And then I want to get involved. And then I'm not doing anything but watching lives. Well, you say you've got a real cute house here, so that would save the agony of moving. And all your doctors and everything. And aren't you glad you found that out now instead of after you move? I picked these to carve today because I knew it'd be easy to transfer. If you're doing something that's complicated, like a drawing of something that has to look like what you're doing, then you've got to trace it or use acetone from a print and image transfer it. So I thought this would be easy. I've seen some lino cuts online that, man, they do big stuff. Like the size of a table big, and then they've got to have special presses to print it. I know nothing about that, just enough to get in trouble. So this is the poor man's version of lino cutting. Giving it some character lines now. Let me look at it up close now. Okay, now we'll carve around the outside edge, and then we can do a test stamp. Can't imagine being in the military. I guess it's something you get used to. I would have trouble with the rules. And I'm sure y'all aren't surprised about that. Rules? Okay, now I've got my ditch cut. All right, let's see if we can use one of these fancier tools. One thing I like about these too is these have a longer handle, so you can get back further, which gives you a different angle on cutting. That makes it much easier. Scotty, did you ever get rid of your all your art stuff for school? I have a friend who's a middle school teacher in Oklahoma, and I figured she'd jump at it, but I don't know if she got in touch with you or not. Her name is Linda McIntosh. I don't have the physical stamina or the mental stamina to move. I guess I get that from my mom and dad. They're still in their house at 90 and 92. All right, let's see if I can cut this with scissors. Because I don't want to cut all that. Voila, it worked. Yeah, Melody forever home, but at some point you get old enough. It's not. I had to have a drink of water. At least we're in a space now that's livable, duplex, so we've already done our downsizing. Problem is, we both have hobby stuff. I could cut this a little bit closer, but it's making my neck hurt. Is your son in a job, Scotty, where he can just pick up and move? Come on. I cut a little bit too deep there, but it doesn't matter because it's on the edge. If you do that in the middle, you might find yourself in a wee bit of a pickle. Take a break. I couldn't do a whole lot of this. I'm just going to trim this closer. Okay, y'all ready for a test? What a mess. just test it in the journal that we're going to use. I could have, no, I won't look for a block. I just have to make sure I get this down. One of my stacks fell over. I've got ghosties. I'm not unhappy with that at all. We've got an awful lot of areas that didn't print solid, which is the fault of the ink, not the, it's not that one. Let's go over it with this Sumi ink. Ah, crap. Lid wasn't on it. I walk around all the time with paint on me. Sometimes on this stuff, if you will lay the stamp down, and I'm going to move it. See, we've got a few spots in the middle that are showing up. See where they're black in here? But I kind of like them because I wanted this to look rough and organic. I think we have a keeper. And the other thing is this, the surface of this needs to get acclimated to the, you know, like if I sanded it a little bit first on that surface. Hey, Vicki, yes, we're playing today. Let's see if I did that without messing it up. You did it. What drat? I just carved a stamp with one of my like circle things. And this is out of plumber's gasket. YouTube's falling down on the job. Side-eye. I like. Now, if this was really going to be a stamp that you made of a, I don't know, duck or a house or something, you might not want these pieces. So you just come back in after your test stamp and just clean those out. Anything that you don't want on it means that you've got some trimming to do. I don't like how I got both sides almost even, but there you go. Now, if I were going to do this and wanted it darker, I could come back in with something like that and redo it, or not redo it, but just right on top of it. Where's my lid? I think I made a mess there. Get back there where you belong. Okay. And that was a jelly plate on the floor. I want to get that. going to do my X's and O's next. And for that, I need start with my little one. 2, 3. I thought I had a little bitty one in this. Maybe that's it. Got to go in a little deep on that one. I need littler. Well, I know I had one of these. Maybe it was this little wooden set. Both speedball. I'm going to try that little booger. I don't have anything against store-bought stamps or stencils, but it's kind of fun knowing that, I guess if you were doing a piece of real art that you were going to sell, it'd be nice to know that you were using your own designs. Leave that. This is a good old tool. It's got a deeper V in it, which makes it cut easier. The other one kind of has a round, like a more U shape. Just cutting out what's not black. Have I put everybody to sleep yet? 5:13, that means I may not have time for anything else. I just love working in my little journal, though. I did my little 15-minute hoorah video yesterday on Facebook at 4. And when it was over, I just felt like I wanted to do something in the studio, but something quiet. So I got my little journal out and did a spread and thought, there you go. Now I'm happy. It wasn't that I was unhappy. I just wanted to do something without talking. Maybe that's it. We had a good turnout on Tuesday for the gouache. But if Dot didn't get her notification, there may be some others that didn't. Hey, Joan. I've been getting mine pretty regular on all of you guys. Do you get them later or just not at all? And of course, I do stream right at supper time for a lot of folks. But that's a good time for me because I'm such a lazy butt in the mornings. Now, this little tool is my favorite. I don't know where I got it either, but it's a speedball with a wooden handle. Make my eyes focus. Alrighty, now we go to a little bigger. I love the way all these little lines look. This is kind of a experiment with these tools too. Who knows? I may decide to do some wood carving someday. Same thing, just a different material. That's a little one. This one feels like it needs to be sharpened, and I haven't used it. Okay, that one's not good enough. Let's see what this flat one does. I think I tried that earlier. Okay, so it must be this side down. Like a chisel. I don't like it because I don't know what I'm doing with it. There's another chisel. There's a bigger one. But so far, my favorite is that little wooden one. But I like the storage of the red handle one because you can keep all your tips together. I think I'm going to leave that and see what it looks like. Can't see which side I have up. Okay, let's trim a lot of that. I got carried away there. Ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow. Can't leave any of the shiny stuff or it will print. All right, time for a test. Time for me to take a break. I'm carving these little circles like I've been using in my journal. That's this one. Not for any reason, because I can draw one as quick as I can find the stamp. But I thought it would be kind of cool to have. And put some sticky back stuff on it. Okay, I determined that this ink did a pretty good job. This is just a clean off page. Need a little more ink, so I'm putting some more down in the barrel. Ooh, I think this one's going to turn out neat. Oh, too much in the middle. Shoulders cramping. Yeah. Maybe if I adjust my chair up a little bit. Okay, so this is here, and I don't want all those things in the middle. So anything that's black on here, I can cut out. Can't see. See, easy peasy. Just cut out what you don't want. Got to give a shout out to my current mentor, Robin McClendon, who is a professional printmaker and journalist, and I get some of these ideas from her. She has a subscription service that so far I've been very pleased with. $25 a month, and you get, I don't know, probably about 8-hour-long videos a month and some extra stuff. Still don't think I got that good enough. And I've got it upside down. It's not going to cut like that. I can hear Dr. Dot saying, I don't want you in my emergency with your finger cut off. That's interesting that the notifications didn't come in. I still didn't get them all. I didn't get enough ink on that either. Okay, here we go. See those little black pieces? I don't want them in there. Doesn't fit my original concept. Be gone. Very organic. See how the Stays On does now that we've gotten a little bit of this other ink on. Besides that, doing something organic doesn't have to be right or wrong. There you go. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Keep shaving, keep shaving. All right, let's see. And again, once you get the rubber used to now I'm going to place this face up, and I'm going to put the paper over on top of it. Sometimes that will help get a good print. Thanks, Joan. just circles. See, that's better. And then if I wanted to, like I said before, if I want a little more solid to make this one a little more unique, I can just do that. Okay, so now I'm going to do the X, and then I'll be done for the day. My shoulder is cramping. It's not used to manual labor. That's fun. I haven't done this in a long time. Then we're going to do our X, and then we're going to quit. Probably be smarter to cut from this side. Right, so I'm going to make that one go all the way across. So bring that one right on through there. Doesn't matter which one, I just picked one. I want to design a chop for my signature. I'm married to a half Japanese. Does that qualify me? Except chop may be Chinese. That one acts like it might need to be sharpened. I have used those red-handled ones, though. Dr. Dot, you and Jean ought to just hop on over here and do a play day with us someday. Rosemary Morris has the most wonderful studio. I call her Earth Mary because she's always puttering around with something organic and from her garden. Okay, now we're going to cut around it. Between the other carving that I've done and the encaustic bas-relief, I've worn out one of these little turntables. If I had studied art in college, I would have loved to have played around with being a sculptor. But it's too voluminous and difficult and heavy and expensive. One of my mentors carved some on the side, or sculpted, I should say, not carved. A little bit of a difference. I haven't had a shoulder cramp like this since I had to sit at a computer all day. That's okay, because I'm just about done. So now I've got an X and two O's. I'll go away. I've got a new app on my phone that's supposed to catch all those. But I think it's supposed to catch them before they ring through. Okay. It's called Umail, and it just gave me a message. Easy money scam, high risk spammer. Easy money scam called and was rejected. So I guess I have to let it ring. And like all things frugal, save your little pieces, because you never know when you might just need a little bitty stamp of some sort. And again, check out Julie Balzer. Julie Fayfan Balzer. Because she does some really cool stamps. She'll take something like this and do a pattern that she can repeat, and it looks like she really did something. There. Don't want it to look like a cross, so this is a plus sign or an X. Okay, now I need to decide what to do with the ends, and I think what I need to do is just bring this on out. How big is my little one? They're kind of similar. I can always cut this one back if I want to. And that one's supposed to go all the way through. And there's one. Each of these tools is just enough different because this one's got a sharper curve on it than some of the others. Sorry, I keep disappearing. Get that cramp in my shoulder. Okay. Get her book out. Get her done. Okay, I'm going to turn it counterclockwise to release some ink. And if I was smart, I would have it on some paper, but I don't. Rosemary, drop in. What are we talking about? River City. I don't think I know you. Yeah, it would be hard doing this. My hands do fine as long as I don't do too much of one thing. Oh, cool. That turned out good. No problem at all. I like it. Now, if I want it to be more solid, I can just do that. I like it a lot. Drink of water. Yay. My neck is not going to stand up to it, girls. But it was fun while it lasted. I like them. And like I said, there's, for the kind of work that I've been doing, you can draw one just as easy as you can stamp it. But I thought it might be kind of fun to have. And you can use the stamp on your jelly too if you wanted to. I like that X. Pretty cool. Okay. Who else am I missing? Yeah, I love that X. That X and that little O I really like. River City, no, they're not. You can get a 6-inch square one at Lowe's in the Promers department for $1, $1.50. And I bought, after I tried it and decided it worked, I bought some in Yardage online. I got a yard, or I think it's a yard, on Amazon, and in my store I've got it there. I don't remember how much it is, maybe $15 for a yard of it. It's in my Amazon store, bit.ly/capital Vicki with an I, capital Ross. Same price as you'll get anywhere else, and it helps me keep the keep the store open. If you buy some stuff, gives me just a little bit of money, and then it allows me to keep the store, which I use for myself because I forget what I buy. And I'm real bad about that. If I do something that I like, I don't want to run out, so I buy more than I need, which is interesting. The Sumi ink is shiny. That's cool. I didn't realize that. So there you have it, guys. Not bad for a day's work. Oh, you can buy it by the foot at Lowe's and Home Depot too? I didn't know you could get it by the foot. But still, you'd rather buy it from me on my Amazon store and help me out, right? Right. That's the right answer. I really like the gaskets. I've carved on one of the Richardson Gray linocuts, and they're, 5x7, maybe 8x10, and not expensive, but certainly more than this. And I think this cut's very similar to that. Okay. Anybody got anything else to say? Be sure and sign up for my blog post. I do it once a week on Wednesdays. Actually, axully.com, and sign up for the subscription list, and you'll get it in your email box. Thanks, River City. What's your name? Not that I remember it, but I did remember Pandora's box. It took me a while. Well, that was a very boring day for y'all, wasn't it? Oh, those of you that came in late, I take all these little pieces, or you can. I've got one already, so I don't really need them. All these little pieces, and stick them down on some fun foam, and you can get an extra stamp. And I think that's kind of cool. Deborah. Okay. Deborah down at River City. Let's see. River City Deb. I'll come up with something and I'll remember you. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4 on YouTube, and I do a little short 15-minute feel-good one on Facebook Live on Wednesdays at 4, and then post it on here. So I'm at it. Anybody got anything else? What time is it? 10 till 6. Took up almost 2 hours. Yeah, it's good to see you, Deborah. Come back and see us. I've done some fun stuff in the last couple of sessions. I may have to get another one of these books. I love this paper. These are just jelly prints I inserted. Must be back the other way. I want to do some more with gouache. I started to do that today. And y'all missed me say it earlier that what I said the other day. Here's one from Tuesday. Who was it today? Musical Scrapper. Couldn't figure out why one of the gouache paints she was using wouldn't lift, and it's because it was acrylic. I did this the other day, Tuesday, and this is done with real gouache, and this is done with acrylic gouache in this one. There is no way that I will do acrylic gouache. It's a big experiment. 2 different color variations. And again, this one's better. And this was using printing colors, magenta, cyan, yellow, and black. I didn't use the black. And I also drew my circles from where I'm sitting, not from looking down on it, so they're not that good. I did something else back here when I was working with some new colored pencils. Let's see where the other face is. There's another gouache. One of the girls I did with, and I see I didn't write it down. I think it's this one. 1/2 is polychromos and the other side is, oh shoot. Faber-Castell polychromos and Carandash, I don't know, whatever one of them's wax and one of them has a little bit of oil in it. So I did one side of the face. And then this one I just did with all of one of them, but I don't remember what it was. And the challenge was because this is glued down and it has some texture from the acrylic. So that's fun. I keep thinking I'm going to get those back out and do something else with colored pencils. So, oh, thanks, Joan. It was just a quick down and dirty experiment. I worry about y'all getting bored. I like to keep it mixed up. And the only way I can see using these darker ones is to decide what I'm going to do and maybe do some a white gesso on it to block out the pattern, because some of these are really dark. But there's a lot of creativity that can go into this. I did another one. That one's okay. It's hard to do good faces when you're talking. There's another one. This is really textured. But it was kind of fun leaving some of the patterns show through. And this is one of Canvas Corp's architectures. You can't see it. Maybe that'll help. I'm holding it. There you go. And they sell these in, I don't know, 3-packs, 1-packs. Here's another one. Shannon used it on her jelly plate, and when she wasn't looking, I grabbed it and pasted it down in my book. And that one's a bad play on something. I don't remember what I was trying to do. Nothing looks like. That's why these books are so much fun, is you can do anything you want. Oh, there's another one. I don't remember what she's, I think she may be gouache too. But again, very textured background, so it doesn't give you the best look. Okay, that's all I got. Y'all need to tell me what you want to see one of these days. Okay? So just drop me a line or find me on Twitter. But if you find me on Twitter, don't hold my political views against me, okay? I'm not political, except this year. Well, the next one too. Never have been before in my life. Just tired of being bullied. So, who's there? Linda? You're welcome. And again, I'm serious. If there's something you want to see me play with more, a topic or a material, I do everything. Colored pencil, soft pastels, oils, encaustic. All that stuff doesn't fit in a journal necessarily. Okay, clean hands. Randy said he was tired of getting little flakes of paint in the ice bin. He doesn't know how lucky he is. Okie doke. I'm glad that is done because my shoulder needs to relax a little bit. So, 6 o'clock almost, and it's almost adult Kool-Aid time. It's called AKA at my house. And I will see you guys. Oh, wait. Let me show you this. Hang with me. I learned about this from Robin McClendon. Don't you hate it when that happens? And now I'm going to get it all over my clean hands. Come off there. Oh, well. This is... I want to be able to read the label for a little while. Iridescent bronze. Does that look like liquid gold or what? Oh, you are, Linda? Cool. I didn't know that. Look at this color. And that just looks like gold leaf. Anyway, I finally broke down and bought it. And the next one I want to get is the nickel azo gold. Quinacridone, I think it is. I have to go back and look. Anyway, I think that's just a beautiful color. Yeah, it's hard to craft and art and chat and watch videos and everything else. Yeah, her face is good, but she's out of drawing. But, that's okay. It could be fixed if it was serious. Her chin's over here, and it should be here. Anyway, yeah, it's hard. I love it, though. I love Robin. It's Robin McClendon, McClendon. First name Robyn, Robin McClendon, and a professional printmaker and journaler. She's one of her journals is in MoMA, the Metropolitan Museum of Art. She was shocked. I think it's MoMA. She was shocked to find out that they picked one of her journals, for God's sake, to be in their permanent collection. So you never know where your work's going to end up. Alrighty. See ya. Bye. Over and out.